him deaf or mute? Who gives him sight to the blind? Is it not I, the Lord? And listen to what he says again. Now go. Now go. But don't we do that? Moses is almost like, yeah, this has been great talk, good, really encouraging to see that become a staff. That was awesome, but you forgot one thing, sorry. There's one thing that you forgot. I can't speak very well. God's like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? I know I made you, I created you, I considered who you were when I called you, and yet I'm still calling you to go because there's something in you that I know I can get through to this generation. And that's for all of you. What is it that's just tripping you up? That one thing you're like, yeah, but there's that one thing. Is it like Moses? Was it your past? Or is it your present? Whatever it is to deal with, let's talk it out with God so that we can get to a place where even though we know we might not be ready, we might not feel set, we're going to go because we're going to trust that people are going to see you through me. He says, now go, I will be with you. I'm going to help you speak, and I'm even going to help you with what to say. And Moses still says, oh, Lord, please send someone else. He wasn't getting it yet. The other day, I went and saw Lion King. Has anybody seen it? The new one? It's so good. It's so good. But it hit me how similar this message was to this movie. And there was this moment where, Simba, who was literally heir to the throne. He was the son of Mufasa. He was raised on this pride rock, but yet one day he made a mistake. He was led by Scar, this enemy, and while he was there, Scar called him a murderer and said, you need to run. And Simba took on this shame and this sadness and this anxiety, this fear that people were going to know him as a murderer. And so Simba ran far, far away into this life where he was just like, you know what? Hakuna Matata. What even matters anymore? I have nothing to live for anymore. I'm just going to live out here. I'm just going to waste my life away because it doesn't matter, because of this one mistake I made and because of what people might know me as. And as he's living this life, doing his thing for years, he lets this go on. Until one day, he was reminded of something. By a reflection that he saw in the water, he saw this reflection of his father in him, and he was reminded of who his father was. And all of a sudden he goes, wait, I am Simba, son of Mufasa. And what hit him was, because this is who I am, and because this is who I'm the son of, I have to go back. I have to go back because there's this purpose. I have a responsibility in this time that I'm still alive. And so Simba runs all the way back to Pride Rock, and as soon as Simba gets back, he lets out this mighty, mighty roar. And Scar, the very person who called Simba a murderer, turns around and he goes, Mufasa? You see, even he saw the Father in him. Even he recognized the Father in him, because when you start to see the reflection of the Father in you, other people start to see the reflection of the Father off of you. When you get reminded of who you belong to, when you get reminded of who you're a daughter, who you're a son of, all of a sudden what happens is you remember, wait a second, I do have purpose. I have a responsibility. I have to go back. I have to go out. I cannot let my past or what people spoke over me or my fear or my shame keep me sitting here Hakuna Matata any longer. I have to go back. You got to go back. What happens if he didn't go back? Well, he wouldn't have saved Pride Rock. He wouldn't have restored this place that was completely ruined, and now it's flourishing by the end of the movie. With Moses, if he didn't go back, well, wouldn't have seen the Red Sea split. Wouldn't have gone up on the mountaintop and actually got to meet with God when he actually did start reflecting the Father.